The OFWs keep our economy afloat with their remittances for about 40 years. It's time for all of us to give back. BalikaBayanihan is a partnership of national and local government, OFW organizations, NGOs, development agencies, and private organizations to provide integrated services. BalikaBayanihan promotes volunteerism among Filipinos to extend a helping hand to hundreds of thousands of repatriated OFWs to help them succeed through sustainable jobs or business in the Philippines. We need volunteer mentors and partners to provide mentoring, technical assistance, and other support services to help our OFWs access jobs, training, business opportunities, and other services. BalikaBayanihan provides one-stop reintegration services for OFWs and their families. We call on you, our OFWs, to link with BalikaBayanihan to access psychosocial services, training, business opportunities, financial services, mentoring, and other support services to enable you to succeed in coming home for good. Log on to www.balikabayanihan.org.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Antoinette Cañete ng Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, National Reintegration Center for OFWs. Kayo po ay iniimbitahan ko ngayon sa launching ng BalikaBayanihan program for our overseas Filipino workers. I'm sure maraming OFWs ang napasaya natin sa initiative na ito, Bayanihan para sa Balik Kabayan. Hindi lang overseas Filipinos ang napasaya natin, kundi lahat ng mga Pilipino sa Pilipinas at sa labas ng bansa ay nabigyan ng pagkakataon na tumulong sa panahon ng pandemya o COVID-19 sa pamamagitan ng Balik Kabayanihan. Paano nga ba nagsimula itong Balik Kabayanihan concept o yung program na ito? Moved by the difficult situation that many OFWs are faced with during the pandemic, the Atikha, a civil society organization working with overseas Filipinos and their families to maximize the gains of working abroad, signed up with the Be a Volunteer platform of the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency. Atikha, in partnership with the OWA, committed to spearhead a movement that will call for the support of all sectors of society to help address the situation of OFWs. To start our launching of the program, our first speaker is not a stranger to migration and development initiatives because he was instrumental to the setting up of the Committee on Migration and Development in Region 4A or the Calabarzon area. Now again, to share about this pioneering initiative to help our overseas Filipino workers, let me introduce the Executive Director of the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency, Mr. Donald Gawe.
It is our pleasure to inform you about the BalikaBayanihan campaign, which for us at the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency consider as our tribute to the women and men who have dedicated their lives to helping the OFWs through volunteering work. Volunteerism for the OFWs is not something new. In fact, when the OFWs are in their countries of destination, they help one another. What is new is the adoption of the whole of nation or the whole of society or the solidarity approach to implement the initiative. The campaign shall be powered by volunteers from the private sector, business, and civil society, either as individuals and organizations, and shall be nurtured by the government sector, both as institution and as volunteer individual employees from the public sector. So what do we envision with this campaign? The campaign shall contribute to the desire of our society that our dear OFWs who returned because of COVID-19 would find work, or shall have sustainable livelihood opportunities in their hometowns or at least in any part of the country and stay for good. This shall be done by mobilizing technical assistance from diaspora migrants, civil society organizations, development agencies, and private sector to help the returnees access capital, market, training, and other consultancy services to start, scale up, or re-strategize their business. And engaging the support of the national and local governments in the BalikaBayanihan by mapping and providing access to their services that can assist in the reintegration of repatriated women and men OFWs. So mga kababayan, tara na at sumali sa kampanya ng Balik Kabayanihan.
Maraming salamat po Mr. Donald Gawe para sa inyong introduction kung ano po ba itong BalikaBayanihan program na ito. Moving forward, our next speaker is well known to all of you. We often see him on TV and hear him on the radio, especially during this time of pandemic, providing updates and services for our repatriated overseas Filipino workers. Let me introduce to you our compassionate and hardworking administrator of the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, Administrator Hans Leo Kakda.
Thank you, Tonette, for the introduction. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected millions around the globe, with the labor and migration sectors being at the front and center of this crisis, rendering thousands of OFWs to return home. We have witnessed the plight of OFWs in this short amount of time, and as a lead agency tasked to promote and protect the welfare and well-being of OFWs and their families, we know that our assistance doesn't end when they arrive home. Rather, we are seeing the start of the challenge to reintegrate our dear OFWs to this new normal. We hope to extend reintegration services to repatriated OFWs and their families who are interested in setting up businesses and scaling their businesses or re-strategizing their business amid the pandemic. This is of course with the volunteer support from partner government agencies, civil society groups, development agencies, and the private sector through mobilization of technical assistance. We urge OFWs, mentors, and partners to log on to balikbayanihan.org for more information about this campaign for change. This noble initiative was made possible by ATICHA and the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency in improving the timely and appropriate responses to the emerging needs of OFWs. We can't wait to fully implement the BalikaBayanihan program together with our partners and together with the Department of Labor and Employment. Our OFWs have long helped the economy of the Philippines stay afloat. This is our chance to help them out by providing them the necessary support they expect from the government. Muli po, tugon sa kinaharap natin ngayon, Balikbayanihan, bayanihan para sa balik kabayan. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po Administrator Hans Leo Kakdak ng OWA para po sa inyong thorough explanation kung ano po ba ang mga programs and services na pwede po nating maitulong sa ating mga overseas Filipino workers na affected po ng pandemic. Our next speaker is one of our experts on gender migration and development and wears a lot of hats. Our OWA Board of Trustee, Women Representative, the Chairperson of ATICHA, and the Executive Director of Global Academy on Migration, Ms. Mai Dizon Año-Nuevo.
Thank you very much, Tonette. Ang BalikaBayanihan, hindi siya magiging reality kung wala yung support ng PNVSCA at ni Admin Hans Kakdak. Kasi ang BalikaBayanihan ay meeting of minds siya ng iba't ibang organizations. Kasi sa part ng PNVSCA, they want to encourage volunteers, lalo na sa panahon ng pandemic. Ang OWA at yung ATICHA, we are bothered by the situation of hundreds of thousands of overseas Filipinos na alam naming babalik at marami nang bumalik and they need reintegration services. At sa part naman ng mga private sector, they are also looking for positive actions na makatulong sila sa panahon ng pandemic. Kaya maswerte kami when we initiated this, overwhelming yung support ng government, ng private sector at ang iba pang partner organizations. Itong BalikaBayanihan, nag-agree kami on a common implementation strategy para sa mga overseas Filipinos. Para sa ganon, itong reintegration program natin ay maging sustainable. Kasi nung nag-usap kami, sabi nga namin, although challenging, how do we absorb tens of thousands of overseas Filipinos? Pero at the same time, we are aware there is an opportunity in this. No? May opportunity that we can build something better. May opportunity that we can have a reintegration program that is sustainable para sa ganon yung ating mga overseas Filipinos, kung gusto nilang manatili na dito sa Pilipinas, they don't need to go back anymore. Kaya nag-agree kami na ito yung aming implementation strategy. We agreed on common implementing principles. First, integrated approach. We provide not only economic services, but also psychosocial services. Not only training, but linking them also to financial services, mentoring, and other services that they will require. Second, multi-stakeholder. This is a partnership of national and local government, overseas Filipino organizations, NGOs, private organizations, and other organizations that are willing to share their resources and programs so that we will be able to complement each other to be able to provide the services to our overseas Filipinos and their families. Third, gender responsive. We are going to integrate the need for shared responsibility in all of the training programs. Naniniwala kasi kami na hindi lang dapat OFW, kung hindi ang mga pamilya nila, kailangan magtulungan dito para maging successful yung reintegration. Dahil yung usapin ng pangkabuhayan at usapin ng trabahong bahay ay parehong dapat pinagtutulungan yan. Fourth, dapat ito ay rights-based. All of this program, the central figure are the overseas Filipinos and their families. At dapat sila talaga yung makinabang. This is really for the rights and welfare of our overseas Filipinos. And lastly, dapat development-oriented. Naniniwala kami na kung gusto natin talagang maging sustainable yung reintegration, we have to link this to the development strategy of the regions, provinces, municipalities where they are going to go back to. Kaya yung mga business opportunities ng mga lugar na yan ay will be linked to yung mga negosyo at mga trabaho ng mga papasukan nila para sa ganun ay maging sustainable. We also are promoting cooperatives and also development of social enterprises among our overseas Filipinos para sa ganun ay magtulong-tulong sila na din yung nasa production, sila din ang mga nasa processing and even marketing. Sino naman ang pwedeng maging volunteer or partner organization ng BalikaBayanihan? Practically, anybody na nasa Pilipinas or nasa labas ng bansa na gustong mag-provide ng any form of service sa mga repatriated overseas Filipinos and families ay welcome dito sa BalikaBayanihan. Maaari kasing una, mag-adopt ng isang OFW returnee and provide mentoring and link them to various services. Second, one can also adopt an organization, an OFW-owned cooperative or social enterprise, and mentor them, help them strategize their business. Or perhaps walang gusto na mag-adapt ng specific individual or organization, but some of you might be able to provide training, for example, training on financial literacy, starting your business, skills training, or ano pa bang ibang training na tingin ninyo kakailanganin ng ating mga OFW. Or some can provide link to market, o kaya you have information on various business opportunities. Or some might be able to provide psychosocial services. Meron din kasi naman na nagbanggit sa amin na wala kaming kinalaman or services related to business. So, ang ipoprovide na lang namin ay financial assistance para sa inyong campaign. Very much welcome din po yun. And some are willing to provide administrative services to help in the campaign. So, very much welcome po. Kahit na anong gustong i-provide na service for our repatriated OFW, ay pwedeng maging volunteer or partner organization ng BalikaBayanihan. So, paano nagre-register dito as a volunteer or a partner? You can log on to the BalikaBayanihan website, which is www.balikabayanihan.org. And in the website, you will be able to see volunteer information. And if you're an individual, that's where you register and provide your information. Kung organization naman kayo na gustong maging partner, there is also the link, yung ating partner information. Doon naman magre-register yung mga organization na gustong maging kabahagi dito sa BalikaBayanihan. All of this information are collated by OWA, NRCO, PNVSCA, and ATICHA, and we match your services with the needs of our overseas Filipinos. Kaya we are so glad. Sana marami sa inyo ang mag-register para sa ganon we will be able to provide sustainable jobs and business para sa ating mga overseas Filipinos at kanilang mga pamilya. Kaya tara na, makipag-bayanihan para sa mga balik kabayan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much po, Ma'am May Anyunevo, para po sa inyong mensahe at call for volunteers and partners in introducing the BalikaBayanihan website. At dito po nagtatapos ang ating launching program ng BalikaBayanihan. Kung sino po ang mga interested na mga OFWs at kung sino po yung mga gustong tumulong, mag-login po tayo sa www.balikabayanihan.org. Please share this information. Maraming salamat po.